Let me show you how to make this show-stopping wreath bow. It's easier than you think. Hey friends, it's Nikki here at Stillwater's Wreath Designs. Let me show you one of my go-to bow methods. For some context, we'll be adding this bow into a 28-inch round deco mesh wreath. You want to grab your standard 12-inch ruler, a zip tie, your scissors, and a pipe cleaner. I'm starting with that 4.5-inch wide ribbon and I'm measuring out an 8-inch tail. Then I'm pinching that ribbon, giving it a hard twist so it's always pretty side out. And now I'm going to measure out 15 inches. Then I'll pinch again and fold over under my thumb. This is going to give me a 7.5-inch loop. I'm going to repeat that one more time for one more 7.5-inch loop. So that's measured at 15 inches, scrunched and gathered, and folded underneath my thumb. Now, the second tail, folks, is going to be much longer. It's about 20 inches in length. Then we'll cut away the ribbon because we're finished with this layer. Grab that pipe cleaner, and this is just a holding pipe cleaner. So give it a couple of tight twists to keep that first layer secure and set it off to the side. Okay, on to the next layer with our 2.5-inch wide ribbon. I'm measuring out a 15-inch tail, giving that a pinch, and then I'm going to measure out another 15-inch piece, scrunch and gather that, and then fold that loop over underneath my fingers and repeat one more time for a second 7.5-inch loop, and then we'll be measuring a 15-inch tail and cutting that ribbon away. Okay, let's get this to our holding bow stack over here. Let's grab that red bow, and I'm just going to untwist that pipe cleaner and carefully lay this second layer right on top and retwist that pipe cleaner. Now we can move on to the third layer. Now we'll be using a 1.5-inch wide ribbon. I'm measuring a 12-inch tail, giving that ribbon a pinch, and those loops will be 6 inches. So I've measured a 12-inch piece, and then I'm folding it over underneath my hand. This time we'll be making 3 loops and 2 tails. Both tails are 12 inches in length. Once I trim that away, I'm just going to add that on top of my holding bow stack. Once we get that secured down in that holding bow stack, we're going to move on to the next layer. This will also be a 1.5-inch wide ribbon, and we're going to follow that same process, folks. 3 loops and 2 tails. Those tails are going to be measured at 12 inches in length, and we want 6-inch loops again, and so we'll be measuring at the 12-inch mark, giving it a pinch, and folding it underneath our thumb. Then we'll just get that added into our holding bow stack. Okay, last layer, we're going to be using the 7/8-inch wide ribbon. I'll be making a 12-inch tail, 2 loops. Those loops will be 4-inch loops, so I'm measuring at the 8-inch mark and folding under. Since this is our last layer, go ahead and grab your 6-inch zip tie. We're going to carefully untwist that pipe cleaner, lay our last layer of ribbon on top of our bow stack, and then secure it with that 6-inch zip tie. Okay, now let me show you how to add this into the wreath. Remember, we made that extra long 4.5-inch wide ribbon tail. That's going to actually be a cascading ribbon tail. So I'm just securing my bow in a pair of those ties in the upper left-hand corner of my wreath. Now I'm going to give it a twist so it's at a pretty angle, and that short red tail is going to be pointing straight up. And that long red tail is going to be our cascading tail. So I'm going to find a lower set of ties. I'm going to pinch and gather that ribbon, leaving about 3 inches at the bottom of that ribbon. And then I'm going to secure it down into a set of ties. And that's going to give us that nice cascading flow. Here, I'm just trimming the end of that ribbon so it's a nice straight line, and then I'm going to curl it under onto itself a couple of times as tightly as I can. That just gives it a really nice, clean finish. We're going to follow that exact same process with that shorter ribbon tail that's pointing upwards. Once we get that curled under and nice and clean, then we're going to fluff out those back red loops, and we're just going to open them up so that they're nice and full. Okay, let's move on to the rest of those ribbon tails. For all of those tails, except for that 7/8 inch, I'm just going to dovetail those ends. And to dovetail those ends, folks, all you're going to do is fold that tail over onto itself, and then you're going to cut that ribbon tail on the folded side directly up diagonally to that corner. That's going to give you that pretty V shape. After I trim those ribbon tail ends, I like to just run that ribbon tail right through my fingers, pulling up towards the ceiling. That just helps give those ribbon tails a nice, elegant flow. Here, I'm just going to take that 2.5-inch wide ribbon tail and pull that off to the side and secure that down into a set of ties to give us a second cascading ribbon. So with those 7/8 inch wide ribbon, all I do is trim those ends, curl them under a couple of times for a nice clean finish, and then I like to gently roll those ribbons onto themselves, which is going to give them a whimsical curl. Okay, on to the last step. All we need to do is fluff out those loops. I like to start in the back and then work my way towards the front. All I'm doing is pulling those loops apart, side to side into an X pattern and opening those loops up until I'm happy with the look. And that's all there is to it. What do you think?